Hi guys, today I am back with another Basic Beauty for Beginners video. This is the second video in this series, and if you guys are unfamiliar with the Basic Beauty for Beginners mini-series on my channel, it is Beauty for Beginners, pretty much simple. It is basically just trying to help those out who are just getting into makeup, young teenagers to older teenagers to people who maybe are getting into, higher end makeup as well. So I kind of want to cover all the bases in this channel, in this series. And the last video I did was all about brushes, basic brushes, beginners, great brushes for beginners. And today I wanted to do a video about the starter kit that I whipped up for you guys. I picked out some great products from the drugstore and a couple just too higher end. They're not super high end. They're just a little more pricier, but they're well worth the money. So basically today I'm going to be showing you a kit of essentials, your basics, and then I'm also going to include a add-on. So products that maybe you have some of this stuff already in your essentials kit, but you kind of want to expand. You want to try some other products out there. So I kind of wanted to share that with you guys to help you guys out who are interested in trying some other makeup as well. So I just wanted to point this out that this video is going to be focusing on people who have acne-prone skin, oily combination, typical teenage skin, because generally that's the age when you start wearing makeup. As for me, I started wearing makeup around 14, 15 years old. So during that time of my life, I had very oily skin. So I kind of wanted to specify that, but I also have some products for drier skin as well, because I know not everyone has oily skin in their teenage years. So I kind of wanted to include that as well. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is foundation. I have two foundations in my recommendations, but one of them I only have with me. The other one I don't have, but I used it throughout high school and I loved it. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But the first one is something I've talked about a ton here on YouTube. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. It is for those who are looking for full coverage. Something that's going to be long lasting, something that's going to cover your redness, acne scars, pigmentation, anything like that. This also has a built-in primer, which is great, and also concealer, but I've said this a lots of times, I wouldn't use it as a concealer, but it's a great coverage foundation. Because I know during that time of my life, I wanted to cover everything. So this is a great foundation, and I give props to CoverGirl because this is a really affordable foundation and it's great quality. It has a slight matte finish, so it's great just to start off with as a base, but if you have really oily skin, I would say use a powder on top of it. The other foundation that I don't have with me, but I highly recommend, is the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Foundation. This foundation comes in like a little square bottle, and it has like a twist off top. It is a acne fighting foundation. It has stellic acid inside the foundation, so it's going to be fighting the acne while you wear it. So it's great for those who have problematic skin, acne, anything like that. So if you guys have tried some other foundations and you still are having trouble with acne, I would highly recommend trying that foundation out. It is slightly medium coverage, like more medium coverage, but it's definitely buildable, so you can build it up to whatever liking you like. It is a slight, it's not really a matte finish. I would say put powder on top of it to make it matte if you have oily skin, but for the most part, it wears pretty well. For me though, when I had really oily skin, I would have to put a powder on top of it. But if you are struggling with acne and you need something that's going to fight it while you're in class or while you're out somewhere, I think that's a good foundation for you. The next thing is concealer, and I know concealers may not be like such a priority thing because maybe not me, because I never really had a problem with dark circles when I was a teenager. It was mostly for acne, and this foundation I love. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. You guys have seen me use this, I think, in every single makeup tutorial I have made. It's amazing. It covers everything: redness, acne scars, acne, anything like that, and it also minimizes my pores, which is nice as well. It's kind of a watery formula, so it wears really well on oily skin, I find. It doesn't crease under my eyes, anything like that. It brightens as well. It's just a really good concealer, and I love it. So this is the best concealer I've ever tried at the drugstore, and I love it. So highly, highly recommend this. Now, as for powder, I know this isn't essential for those who have drier skin types, but if you have oily to oily combination skin, powder is your best friend. And I've tried lots of different powders, and from the drugstore, I have to say I keep going back to this one. This is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. You guys have seen me talk about this a lot. I have broken the top off, and now it's just a little palette sitting there with a pan. It's just, I've torn this thing up. This is not tone correcting. I've said this many times. It's great though for just holding your foundation in place and keeping it there, and minimalizing the oily parts of your face as much as possible. So I really like this powder, and it's only $3, so that's great. Now when it comes to, when I was picking, products for eyes, I was thinking, I want to keep it as simple as possible. So I think there's nothing better than making your eyes look bigger than a good mascara. And I think every girl should have a good mascara in her collection. Mascara really does make a huge difference, because once I put on my foundation and my concealer and my powder, sure, my skin looks great, but my eyes, it just makes my eyes pop when I get that perfect mascara, and it makes my lashes look so long and voluminous. It's just, it makes a world of a difference, I think. So my favorite drugstore mascara of the moment is the Revlon Lash Potion by Grow Luscious. This is Revlon's newest mascara. I love this stuff. The wand is more of a thicker, bristly type brush. It is, it's a good mascara for those who like voluminizing their lashes. It's not the best in lengthening, but it's great for giving you fuller looking lashes, but it does lengthen as well. At first the formula is a little watery, I will say that, but once you get some air and you kind of dry out the formula a little bit, it creates this nice consistency where it grabs your lashes, holds the curl really well, and it just wears really well on me. I really, really like this mascara. Now for blush, I think blush is just something that can make such a big difference, because bronzer, yeah, it does, but bronzer is not for everyone. Bronzer can be kind of intimidating, and especially, in the wintertime, I don't even touch my bronzers. I just put them back and just be like, okay, you're in hibernation right now. But for blush, I wear blush all year round. I love it. It makes my skin look more healthy. It looks healthy, it looks glowy, it just looks more natural. And this blush I recommend for those who have combination oily, combination dry to normal skin, because this is a cream product. It is a Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush in the color Pink Frosting number 10. It's a bright pink color, and I love this. The consistency is really cool. It's bouncy, it's kind of squishy. The thing I like about these blushes is as you can see right there, they aren't super pigmented to the point where if you just touch it and put it on your cheek, it's going to create that like clown look to your face. It's buildable, which I like. I like building up the color to my liking, so I really like this blush. I think they're really cute too. Now for those who have oily skin, powder is your best friend, and any type of powder product will hold on to your skin and will not slip and slide. So the blush that I recommend for oily skin types is this blush from Wet n Wild. It is called Heather Silk. It's number 832E. That's a weird name, but here it is. It's a deep rose color. It's such a pretty color, really pigmented though. Use a very light hand, very light brush, and you should just build that color right on your cheeks and it will stay there. So it's beautiful. I'm going to be starting my built-off kit for those who maybe have all my essentials but are looking for something, a little bit extra. Products maybe you would like to build off from your collection. So I'm going to get started. So the first product is something that I think if you have oily skin, you should have. I think this is an essential for those who are very oily skin, people who have a hard time, keeping their foundation on, and it just slips right off of you. The Revlon PhotoReady Primer should be a good one for you. I think this is a great primer. I think this wears really well. I love it, especially in these hot months. My T-zone gets pretty oily, and I just apply this at the beginning and it keeps it there all day long. So I think this would be great. If you have oily skin all over, just apply a little bit more on your hands and then just apply it all over your face. And if you get really oily in some spots, just apply it there. So this is a really, really good primer, and it's really affordable as well. Now, I know some girls, it just depends, because I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible in this collection. I want to kind of grab attention towards the girl who likes to keep it natural and simple, but also a very universal palette. And this is my first more pricier palette, more pricier product that I'm going to recommend for you guys. If you love natural looking eyes and you love kind of a universal kit, I would have to say the Naked Basics palette is something that you should definitely look into. Of course, you know, the cult classics, Naked, Naked 2 are great, but they're shimmery and they're not really like natural. And the Naked Basics is about as naked as you can get when it comes to, you know, no makeup. I'm gonna fly through this, but there's 6 shadows, 5 of them are matte, 1 of them is shimmery, and you can create so many looks with this palette. I use these 2 colors here for my eyebrows. I just mix my brush in and then just go through my brows. You can use this as a contour. You can create smoky looks, natural looks, you know, daytime, whatever your preference is. If you guys want me to create different looks with using this palette, let me know down below. I'd love to do like a video, maybe like 3 tutorials in one video, just, you know, showcasing this palette. So you guys can get inspired by different looks. Let me know. I'd love to do that for you. But I think, and it's not as expensive as the Naked 2 palette. I think this is around $28, $30, somewhere around $30. So it's a really good product, and I highly recommend it. And I think if you were to start off, you know, using any eyeshadow, I think Urban Decays are great. They're super pigmented, super buttery soft, easy to blend, really, really good quality. Next is a highlighter, and this is the other higher end product that I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to include this because I think even though it is a little bit more expensive, it's definitely worth your money. You're going to keep this forever, literally, like so long. It is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. This is a very popular product here on YouTube. It is basically just a shimmery highlight champagne color that is beautiful on tops of the cheekbones. It's just a beautiful product. It's so pretty on fair skin tones. What I like to do is get like a thin kind of stippling brush, pat it over the powder. This powder is so pigmented. And tap off the excess and then just apply it to the tops of my cheekbones to create that beautiful glow to the top. And I also like to do down center of my nose, Cupid's bow, just to create that glowing look. I love this, and I know it's expensive, but this is such a big product. Like, it's gonna take forever, and you don't need a lot to use this, so highly recommend that. Next is bronzer, and I wanted to include this because since it is the summer months, I had to throw a bronzer in there. And I know some people love wearing bronzer, you know, throughout the whole year. I wanted to throw this one in because I think it can also work as a contouring product as well, because bronzers typically have glitter in them, but this doesn't. It's a matte, and when you're contouring, you want to keep it as natural as possible by using matte bronzers, if that makes any sense. So the one that I recommend to you guys is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder, also known as the Sunny Bronzer here on YouTube. It's got a sun detail to it. It's just a nice matte bronzer. I think this would look better on like fair to like medium fair skin tones, because for dark skin tones I don't think this would show up, but I've used this a lot and it barely looks like I have. It's not too brown, it's not too orange, it doesn't look like I've been rolling in the mud when I apply it. It kind of gives you just that nice glow when I apply it to the tops of my temple down, and it's just a beautiful contouring product as well. So I think this would work for those who like to contour year round, and it'll also work, you know, in the summer when you want to create just that out of the beach glow kind of look. Lastly, I wanted to include 2 lipsticks because lipsticks are pretty easy. You know, it's just depends on what your color preference is. I wanted to include a very nice neutral pink, more sophisticated pink for those who would look great, you know, every day, maybe on a date, formal family events, bridal shower, wedding, birthday parties, anything like that. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in 807 Kissable Pink. It's just a beautiful rose color, really, really pretty. Just a nice neutral pink, and I think this is just a sophisticated pink as well. And the other one is a red, and I think every girl should have a red lipstick in her collection because red lipstick is a classic. It will never go out of style, I think, and I think everyone should have at least one red lipstick. And it is the NYX, what is it called? A NYX Lip Smacking Fun Colors lipstick in Chaos number 511. And it is just this, it's kind of damaged because it got melted a little. It's just a nice deep red color. It looks deep in the tube, but on the lips it's like a fire engine red, and it's going to make your teeth look blue. So it's a blue-based red, so it's going to bring out the white in your teeth. So that's going to be awesome. So I really like NYX lipsticks, great quality for the price. So that is my everyday kit for you guys. I hope you guys found this helpful, informative, fun. And, you know, I hope I help some of you guys out there that are, you know, just getting into makeup or are looking for some good new products to try. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys loved this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye!